Hey guys, welcome back to the journals. It is week 20 now, and I'm gonna get straight into it. You guys probably wondering, change the scenery and stuff. Basically, on this side, we've got some new sofas in, and this room was completely empty before. So instead of having the desk over there, because the sofa at the back where the window is now, my back is towards the window now, rather than me facing it. So all I'm staring at is this blank wall right in front of me. So good views. That's what I'm saying. Anyways, let me get into it. And guys, I'm so grateful that you guys have been tuning in, watching it. All three of you motherfuckers been supporting this, right? And the thing is, the production quality I know was not on point for the past 20 weeks, but I'm telling you, it's about to get better. Okay, so yeah, let me not talk too much about that for now, because hopefully you guys will see that next week. I'm gonna just get into this one straight away. Okay, so it wasn't a good week. 6% risk limit, all gone, no profits, all negatives, but learning points, big learning points, right? One of the main ones being just be patient. That is one of the big ones. But I think even bigger is not getting greedy with a stop loss, right? The market will make the moves that I want it to, but just don't get greedy with it, trying to get more. All right, just have good stop losses, widen them, let the trade breathe. All right, if I stuck to my legitimate stop loss placement rules, it would have been W's all around. But unfortunately, it's not the case. But let me just break this down. Aussie dollar, US dollar, it moved in that direction I wanted it to, right? All the way up over there. It's showing a retracement over there now, rejection, and possibly it could continue pushing upwards. But we'll see that on the next week. There was no trades placed on this. Euro USD, no trades placed on this either. But initially, that's how I wanted it to go down. And it looks as if it's showing us signs of that, right? So this will obviously, this is the week that has just been traded. This is the analysis for this. I'm going to obviously clear all the charts and then reanalyze them and post an outlook for it tomorrow. I know for the past couple of weeks I hadn't posted an outlook, just didn't feel like it. But this week I'm probably going to be posting the outlook of what we've got in the week ahead, because I still want to provide the value. But let's get into it. I feel like it was just the headspace that I was in. I just couldn't be asked for it. That's the honest truth and simple answer. USD CAD, it's interesting. I did want it to break on the upside, but it hasn't done that. I don't think I entered this trade. Yeah, I didn't enter that. It was just pound pairs that I entered. But okay, so this will move down. May continue to move a little bit lower. We'll see. I'm going to reanalyze GPAUD. That's what's happening on that. GP Chef. That's what's happening on that. I did want to come lower from here, but it's gone higher. But the main one, GPUSD. Let's look further into that. And clear the flip because I think the flip's blocking. Share out. There we go. So on this, I may even go deeper into the 4 hour. Wanted to place two trades. First one being over here. This was going to be somewhere around here, right? So when price was over here, I'm pretty sure when price was at the trying to break the range box with this candle over here, that's what I entered this first trade for. Literally all that happened was it got triggered and hit stop loss pretty much in the 4 hours. All right, it was bad. I should have waited for a proper break. That, looking back on it, it's not a proper break. You can just tell I just wanted to be in the trade. It's just one of them ones. But we move on to the second trade that I put. When price was over here, I could see there was a bit of resistance along this level over here, right? You see that wick over there and going back, level of support and resistance going all along over there. So I thought similar thing was going to happen. I want to place a trade. What price done was it triggered me into the trade, it took me out, and then bam, it went all the way down over there. So for this one, the risk reward wasn't the 1 to 3 I stuck to. I actually put it up a little bit, but that moved about 100 pips over there, right, in my direction. That would have been a risk reward of about 1 to 6. I think I was chasing a much bigger. I wanted this to be more like a swing position kind of thing. Then from this level, bottom of the range box, that's where it reached to, and because it was holding up pretty well over there, bounced straight back up. All right, that could have been another trade for me to enter over there. Of course, it's easy to say in hindsight, right? Considering there's such a strong momentum over there, you would be thinking it's going to come lower, but potentially on the lower time frames and stuff, it may have showed something suggesting that it wants to come higher. Like, yep, over there, price is just stalling around that level, right? But didn't go to plan. And ever since it's just been, bouncing, being a bit choppy around that area. If I had widened the stop loss, I would have been entered in the trade, and I would have, considering it's a 1 to 6, I only get trade 1 to 3. I probably would have taken my profits, if I saw it on time, wherever I need to take profits, saying that is 6 o'clock in the morning. So I'm not sure if I would have seen it. And then by 10 o'clock, I would have been taken out by hitting my stop loss anyway. But it would have been nice to see, okay, I stuck to my rules and things have paid off. What I should have done, though, is just stuck to my 1 to 3 risk reward ratio as well, right? Because say, for example, if I did place the stop loss properly, I still would have been taken out on the trade because I would have been sleeping on this time, and price would have hit the 1 to 6 risk reward, but obviously that's not my TP. Price has reversed back up and hit the stop loss, right? So, bottom moral of the story, stick to the rules, all right? Even if I'd done one thing right on this, because of the other, it would have messed me up. If I just stuck to the rules completely, it's all bliss. Money's being made. What else are we looking at? Also, that wouldn't just be a 1 to 6. Okay, so 1 to 6 risk reward ratio, that would have been about 12%, which is pretty damn saucy if I do say so myself, right? Just in one trade. That's what I aspire for the week. But shit happens, we learn. Euro JPY, okay, it's moved up, whatever. It's come back for retracement now, showing rejection. It could push up further. We'll see. I'm going to reanalyze. I'm not going to focus too much on explaining all that kind of stuff right now. I'm just going to look at these trades. More or less the same story over here. Price has triggered me. It's gone back up, taken me out over there, and then probably continued falling lower. I'm very close to hitting the TP, which is very unfortunate. But to be honest, I don't know how I would have reacted to this. The one thing I do know is because it had surpassed 30 pips, I would have placed my stop loss into break even. So worst case scenario, there would have been nothing lost. I just hit break even, right? It's simple. All I got to do is stick to my rules. And if you're watching and if you're fucking up, all you got to do is stick to your rules. Have a set of rules. Stick to them. All right? The rules are there for a reason. And you've made those rules for a reason as well, because if you were to stick to those rules, that is what works, and that is how you will be profitable. That's just one thing you've got to get into our heads. Just stick to the goddamn rules and it will all work out. So that's the biggest thing I can leave today. Stop loss you place, I'm sure there's rules that you go by. Stick to them and place them accordingly. Take profits, same thing. And generally as well, in terms of how you enter the trades, wait for it, wait for a proper break, wait for a confirmation, wait for a strong break of structure when you enter the trade. Don't just enter trade on like a half-assed candle, right? Which doesn't show you much, just for the sake of being in the trade. There's 5 trading days in the fucking week, around the clock, 24 hours. If you miss that setup, there's going to be another setup. If it's not that pair, it will be a different pair, but it will come around. And if it doesn't come around this week, it will come around next week. All right. If you only make 100 quid this week, it's fine. You can make 500 next week. No biggie. Stick to the fucking rules. Simple as. I think that's saying for me first before anyone else, but I feel like you guys will realize that there's some sense in that as well, sticking to the rules, because I feel like, we have tendencies to, a tendency not to stick to the rules sometimes, right? Just to break them a little bit, to, get a little bit more out of something. And in a game like this, it never pays off. Or it may pay off right now. You're going to try it the second time, and it's going to hit you harder next time. But yeah, that's my little tip that I'm gonna leave you guys with today. I'm gonna do a documented journal of this, and then I'm gonna clear the charts, ready to be analyzed either tonight or tomorrow, and I'm gonna upload the weekly outlook tomorrow. But that's it for me for now, guys. Peace.